Some of the things that I would like to talk about are some of the problems that we have seen that have precluded people from being able to go and possibly find themselves in getting arrested at the embassy while they're applying for visas. So the first thing that I would like to let you know is we encourage the people of Uganda that want to go visit to obtain a visa. The U.S. is open for business. We want to work with the people of Uganda, people that want to travel on business, people that want to travel on tourism. But we have to state very clearly that when you're applying for a visa, first of all, you need to understand the process and the regulations that need to be followed. We try to make it as easy as possible. The first thing I'd like to tell you is the people that are applying for visas, this is a process that just includes you and the embassy. You do not need to hire somebody to help you acquire a visa. In fact, there's a lot of people that you might hire to help you acquire a visa that might not give you the right answers. So we want to let you know that this is something between you and the embassy. Second of all, when you apply for a visa, please do not submit false documents that will not allow you to get a visa.
Ugandans are grappling with the challenge of a wave of conmen who pretend to be go-betweens, but when actually they are impersonators. These criminals present themselves as officers from government agencies, ministries, non-government organizations, banks, telecoms, and other government bodies. They target people who are green about processes, who are in a state of urgency, who want shortcuts, who are very trusting, and some who are very desperate.
Is the police spokesperson Kituma Rusoke earlier at the Uganda Media Center saying that 43 Ugandans have been arrested. Then earlier the United States of America Embassy in Uganda also raised the red flag over the rising cases of visa fraud, calling upon the government of Uganda to intervene due to the serious repercussions faced by those caught. Now let's go back to Park in Parliament. Butabika Hospital has today faced the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament to answer queries related to the budget allocations of the financial year 2024-2025. Let's take a look.
The ratio is disputing the how many That's do you have? Issue. What is the requirement? What plans do you have?
The female unit has 50 beds.
ICU?
Yes. So does the male unit. We have two, male and female.
So this means you have 100 beds in your ICU?
Yes, 50 for male and 50 for female. Yes.
What would be your desired whatever, the desired number of beds? Are these adequate for you?
Particularly for that unit, yes.
Okay.
Because not everybody will be admitted there.
So how many nurses do you have to operate these beds, the 100 beds?
It cuts across. So per shift, we would have like 3 per shift. But there are more nurses in the ward because they work in shifts.
Now what we are looking at, accounting officer, what we are looking at is, for example, at a required time of nurses in these units, do you have the adequate number? And what is the requirement? For example, because if you look at the whole ICU, you would say the whole ICU to be fully operational, we would like to have this number of nurses. Currently, we have these. Because we are looking at, for example, bed capacity is 100. How many of these are fully operational? If they are operational, do you have enough capacity to utilize them? We've seen health facilities where they have beds that are idle. They are not in use because of lack of, personnel. This is what we want to figure out. The capacity of 100. How many of these beds are operational, and how many nurses do you have?
The nurses, we have a few. We have, they run in 3 shifts. We have at least 3, about 9. Would need like 20 per unit, per 50-bed unit.
Accountability issues there for you by the park. Now, traders in Katwe market woke up to losses after their merchandise and property worth millions was gutted in a fire in the wee hours of the night. According to different traders, the cause of the fire is still unknown. Let's take a look.
Batata tulisaba buyambi kati nsaba kubuyambi sina wadde ekyokulya sina wadde ekyokunywa ono ye mwana omuto gwe nnina simanyi saagala kuwayiriza nsi masannyalaze gabadde gagenze ejjo kusaawa ku 7 gakomyewo saawa 5 omuliro gwakwatiddewo nze we nagulabidde nga nze sirina kirala kyeŋŋamba nti oba ki
obuzibu tetunnaba kutegeera kituufu we bwavudde batugamba nti agamu masannyalaze naye nga twabadde tuli mu mayumba gaffe twebase ekiro ssaawa 6 abannaffe batandika otukubira amasimu nti akayumba kaweddewo twadduse ne tutuuka wano naye tetulina kye twataakiriza bannange
era akatale kayidde okutandika ne ssaawa 5 ez'ekiro era abasuubuzi ffe abasinga twazze ssaawa 5 ez'ekiro okujja mu katale twatuuse nze natuuse wano ssaawa 5 n'ekitundu akatale kayidde
konna kaweddeyo tetwasigaza wadde akantu embadde ntunda wano obutungulu nnyaanya bbiriŋŋanya naye tetusigazza wadde akantu n'akamu we tubadde tujja ssente eziwerera abaana baffe ab'ekikazi
twavuddewo ekiro netugende waka nga tugamba ssaawa 5 nti akatale kayidde netudduka emisinde okujja otaasa emaali yaffe nga geeti nzigale nemotoka zenyini yandize ekizikiriza omuliro bagiziyiza nga terina weeyita simanyi oba poliisi eri wali omulyango gwayo gubyera mu ggale simanyi netuva ku ekyo netujja wano tutaasa emaali yaffe wedda gye tutaasa gye batwala tutwasigaza maali n'emu ate tuvudde ku ekyo ate batugamba tuleeta tulakita etusendewo ate etusendewo batwokezza baleete tulakita basooke batusendewo nga batulemeddwe tugamba ntukale tujjayo mu maali yaffe n'emaali bagireseewo netubagyekumako omuliro kati batuga tuyolewo njooli nze nyina lisiiti nze simanyi na kumanya muwendo gwazo kyenjogera nga ndi musuubuzi wa wano sikumanya katugobaganya
naye tebatawanye nakuŋŋaanya abasuubuzi kubagamba nti bannaye basuubuzi baffe tulabye ekyabatuuseeko mufiiriddwa sse ebintu byammwe naye tubadde tusaba tukwatagane tusobole okuzzaawo ekintu kyaffe naye tebasobodde bazze batowa butoyi woda mbu baagala tulakita baleete tulakita tugyewo ebintu basende ffe nze maze wano emyaka 3 mwegi wano nga wenkolera oba okiraba naye kati mu myaka gye mmaze wano bo tebalina lunaku lwe baligamba nti nno tugenda kwogerako n'abasuubuzi
nzize kubasaasirako amala okubasaasira bagamba nti obuyambi obutono businga obusaasiza obungi nze mbawadde amagezi nti batekewo olukiiko olwa fundraising tujje buli mwaka bagamba kasukali ali nayo teba mutiitiizi tuyite abakulembeze n'abantu bonna ab'omu kitundu kyaffe kuba eno Katwe tuba tuli waka buli muntu abeeko kyakwata mu nsawo nange nja kukwata abantu basobola okufuna amabaati okuzzaawo kapita omuntu asobola okweya singa mubayambyeko.
We do actually feel so sad that the fires are continuing, and we put people into God's hands to intervene. Now let's cross over to Moroto. Health service gaps in Karamoja are becoming history as Moroto Regional Referral Hospital stands to pride in delivering quality services to patients near and far. According to the hospital director, Dr. Mpande Stephen, the facility has grown in terms of equipment and capacity to serve thousands of patients. Let's take a look.
Currently, the services in Moroto Regional Hospital have skyrocketed. They have improved tremendously. They have improved in that in terms of coverage, in terms of numbers that we see. The numbers have improved, but not only there, not only in the numbers, but also in terms of quality services. We have greatly improved through the adoption of the 5S CQI, total quality management strategy of Ministry of Health. So in terms of numbers, we are seeing patients beyond the region, beyond the country. Patients are coming all the way from Lodwar, Western Kenya, Southern Sudan, and also within the country we are getting patients from Amuria, we are getting patients from Katwe, we are getting patients from Soroti, and also other patients come from what? From Bali. The oxygen plant establishment has moved to almost 95%. Everything is in place. What is remaining is switching it on, because we have a transformer. And the installations within the oxygen plant is already done.
I would like to thank very much the regional referral staff for the great work that you do for us. Most of our patients are referred directly from our health facilities to regional referral hospital. So we thank you so much. I know you work also under some challenges of some resources that sometimes they may be out of drugs, out of stock, and also there is a complaint of X-ray service. The people are referred to Matani Hospital. My appeal that this X-ray in Moroto regional referral be repaired so that it serves the people of God without too much struggle to go.
From Moroto now, let's head to Bunyangabo. The Ministry of ICT and National Guidance has donated 20 computers to Karungura Seed Secondary School in Bunyangabo district to boost ICT learning and digital skills among students. The computers were handed over by the State Minister for National Guidance, Godfrey Kabyanga, who urged the school administrators to utilize the equipment effectively, noting that government will continue supporting ICT development in schools. During the same visit, the minister also contributed 5 million shillings towards the completion of the Bunyangabo Seventh-day Adventist Church. Now, this church is located at the site of the historical significance to the NRM struggle, where fighters are said to have kept an armory and conducted training. We have more in this report.
Thank the government of Uganda and the President of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and our Right Honorable Minister Kabyanga for having helped us. I'm the teacher of ICT at Karangura Seed Secondary School. In fact, I've been suffering a lot. I've been teaching the whole school with only 3 computers. So here I'm relieved. Thank you so much.
We want really you to set up a computer lab. Yes. So we are still looking for more. If just knocks, we shall add you more. But we had a few at the time. So we donated the 10 to Mitali Secondary School and then 10 to Karangura. Please utilize them very well. They already we have already marked them. Yeah, we are already engraved. So they are not for sale.
Sir Honorable Kabyanga, we pray that the Almighty God grants you good health, and more so, Karangura Seed Secondary School is a presidential pledge. The 7 rooms we have were constructed under ACFG through presidential pledges.
We are standing here on the grounds of the church, Bunyangabo SDA Church. This is a church where the NRF fighters camped and did training. The church that was here was actually an armory where they used to keep their guns, and the training took place. So later, when they moved from here, 10 years later, the ADF rebels also came, but to them, they torched or they destroyed the church that was here. They also destroyed all property, the pews, the church pews. They also killed the son of a pastor who was the district leader of this place. We solicited funds to build a new church, and would like to thank the Minister for ICT and the National Guidance, Honorable Godfrey Kabyanga Chime Baruku, who came and contributed so in a good way so that we can be able to be helped to build the church.
Bunyangabo ICT UBC Lunchtime News takes a very short break, and we shall do return with business.
So, Mchala.
Yes, Daddy.
You know the children are going back to school and things are a bit tight. Huh? For now, why don't you take half of the fees to junior school, and for the school van contribution, we shall pay later. Huh?
Daddy, why don't we pay using MTN Momo, where we stand a chance of winning school fees for a whole year and more? By the way, you can also apply for a school fees loan, and also participating schools can win a school van.
That's right! Win school fees for a whole year and more. Get Momo goodies and a school van for participating schools. You can also apply for a school fees loan. Simply dial *165 *80# or use the Momo app.
Alright, listen up. Colgate is on a mission.
It's kind of a big thing.
Colgate Herbal uses traditional nature's herbs and combines it with Colgate Science for healthy gums and strong teeth.
New Colgate Herbal with Salt combines traditional nature's herbs with a pinch of salt and Colgate Science. A natural recipe for strong teeth and healthy gums.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. UBC Lunchtime News continues. Oral diseases remain among the world's most prevalent health conditions, affecting billions of people globally. Health experts emphasize that maintaining good oral hygiene practices such as regular brushing, proper dental care, and early education on oral health can significantly reduce the risk of dental problems later in life. In the lead up to the World Oral Health Day this Friday, Unilever has conducted an activation event at Nakasero Primary School to raise awareness about proper oral hygiene among pupils. Now, the initiative encouraged children to adopt health dental habits, including brushing their teeth with fluoride-based toothpaste. Let's take a look.
Circular motions. Do you know why we do circular motions? Do you know why? Okay, we do circular motions because we don't want to hurt the gum.
So for today, we spent today to educate the children on how to brush properly, what kind of toothpaste to use, and to maintain oral hygiene, which is very important for their confidence and for their oral health. Statistics show that globally, we have over 3.5 billion people who suffer from various forms of oral and dental hygiene issues. That's a big number. And many times, problems manifest when you're already adults, and they're actually more preventable when you're young. So what are some of the oral challenges that are there? For example, tooth cavities. How do those develop? It's developed over time through behaviors, including the diet that one has, the behavior that one has in driving, oral hygiene, brushing and such. And we see that we are able to impact what happens later on in life if we are able to influence the young earlier on. Now, schools present a massive opportunity for us to be able to do that, be able to get a good cluster of young people in one place and be able to shape their behaviors that will influence the rest of their lives as such. That's why we are doing this in schools.
It's the right way? Oh.
Makerere University has commissioned new charging points for the Kira Motor Corporation electric buses, marking another step in promoting clean and sustainable transport in Uganda. Let's take a look.
The commissioning ceremony was officiated by the Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Monica Musenero, who served as the guest speaker.
As we plug in the first vehicle at this station, we are also plugging Uganda into a global shift toward renewable energy. Our national grid is already powered by over 95% renewable sources, primarily from our magnificent hydroelectric dams. This means that every unit of energy used at this charging station is clean energy.
The event was attended by the university leadership, including the Vice-Chancellor, alongside officials from the innovation and transport sectors.
Solve two major challenges with this electric vehicle. One, of course, is aiding our students. The other one is contributing to the awareness about environmental protection.
The charging infrastructure will support the operation of Kira electric buses and also provide a platform for research and training for students in engineering and related fields.
By the year 2040, we intend to see at least 65% localization of the e-mobility value chain in Uganda. We want vehicle parts, the charging systems, and to be products of Ugandan human capital and internet.
University leaders say the initiative strengthens collaboration between academia and industry in advancing Uganda's electric mobility agenda.
We are training the first generation of Ugandans electric vehicle engineering.
We are looking towards Kira Motors moving forward to producing SUVs and the smaller buses, so that all our official vehicles should be from Kira Motors and electric.
Delivering on the promise of Uganda in e-mobility innovation and industrialization, we have 50 engineering students across a different engineering program on the e-mobility skilling program at Makerere University at the uni.
Officials believe the project will contribute to reducing carbon emissions while positioning Makerere as a hub for innovation in sustainable transport solutions. Sandra Kahunde, Prosi Chontawaire, News Tonight.
Thank you, Sandra and Prosi, for that. Now let's talk wetland restoration. A 5-year environmental restoration initiative aimed at strengthening community resilience and protecting wetlands has been launched in Rampara district. The project, titled Enhancing the Resilience of Communities and Wetland Ecosystems, seeks to restore degraded wetlands while promoting sustainable environmental management and safeguarding water sources in the greater Ankole region. Let's take a look.
The manager of Living Earth Uganda, Joseph Kansime, says the organization is implementing Enhancing the Resilience of Communities and Wetland Ecosystems project in partnership with Wetlands International and the International Crane Foundation, with funding from the Uganda Biodiversity Trust Fund.
We will be support the communities and the households within the risk catchment to improve their livelihood through trainings, that is by provision of technical skills, by provision of alternative enterprises.
Kansime explains that the 5-year initiative will be implemented in Buwenju, Shima, Rwampara, Isinjiro, Rakai, Chotera and Wengo districts, with stakeholders expected to mobilize communities to actively participate in wetland conservation and restoration.
River Ruizi is stretching out of up to 12 to 13 districts, but we are starting with the highly degraded wetlands, what we are calling hotspots.
The restoration effort is also intended to support the long-term survival of River Ruizi, a vital water source that serves Mbarara and several surrounding districts in the Ankole sub-region. A consultant with Wetlands International, Simon Akweteireho, says the program targets the restoration of about 400 hectares of degraded wetlands over the project period to benefit both people and nature.
River Ruiz is a stronghold of the grey-crowned crane, which is the national symbol of Uganda. It is the pride of Uganda. It's our natural heritage, the Uganda crested crane. It is a stronghold. In it, historically, the numbers were very high. But due to human activities like encroachment on the wetlands, clearance for cultivation, human settlement, pollution, rapid urbanization, and so on, the habitat of the crane has reduced the wetlands. So is the
Rwampara District Lands Officer, Evelyn Chomjisha, warns that encroachment on wetlands through vegetable growing and illegal construction continues to threaten the ecosystem and violates Uganda's environmental protection laws.
3,000 birds only. So if you don't
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
So, Muchala.
Yes, Daddy.
You know the children are going back to school and things are a bit tight. For now, why don't you take half of the fees to junior school, and for the school van contribution, we shall pay later.
Daddy, why don't we pay using MTN Momo, where we stand a chance of winning school fees for a whole year and more? By the way, you can also apply for a school fees loan, and also participating schools can win a school van.
That's right! Win school fees for a whole year and more. Get Momo goodies and a school van for participating schools. You can also apply for a school fees loan. Simply dial *165 *80# or use the Momo app.
Alright, listen up. Colgate is on a mission.
It's kind of a big thing.
Colgate Herbal uses traditional nature's herbs and combines it with Colgate Science for healthy gums and strong teeth.
New Colgate Herbal with Salt combines traditional nature's herbs with a pinch of salt and Colgate Science. A natural recipe for strong teeth and healthy gums.
Welcome back from that break, and UBC lunchtime news comes to a very end. I have been Brian Tumwine Biarhanga, but later on we shall be connecting again to a Parliament where the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament is still going on. Have a lovely afternoon and God bless Uganda.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Rubinho was born in the wrong side of the city of São Paulo. Life was hard. His mom was a housekeeper, his dad was a security guard, and